Once upon a time, in a cozy village nestled among tall pine trees, there lived a sweet little girl who was loved by everyone who knew her. Her grandmother had given her a beautiful Red Riding Hood, which she wore so often that people started calling her Little Red Riding Hood. One sunny morning, her mother called her into the kitchen. "Darling," she said, "your grandmother isn't feeling well. I've packed a basket with warm bread, honey, and some chicken soup. Would you take it to her?" Little Red Riding Hood eagerly agreed, though her grandmother lived on the other side of the woods. "Remember," her mother warned, "stay on the path, don't talk to strangers, and go straight to grandmother's house." Little Red Riding Hood promised and set off on her journey, the basket swinging from her arm. The forest was beautiful that day, with sunlight streaming through the leaves and wildflowers dotting the path. As she walked, picking flowers and listening to birdsong, she didn't notice a large gray wolf watching her from behind the trees. The wolf, clever and cunning, approached her with a friendly smile. "Good morning, little girl," the wolf said smoothly. "Where are you heading on this lovely day?" Forgetting her mother's warning about strangers, she explained about her sick grandmother. The wolf, pretending to care, asked where her grandmother lived. "In the first house past the old oak tree," she innocently replied. The wolf, knowing a shortcut, raced ahead while Little Red Riding Hood continued picking flowers. He reached grandmother's house and knocked on the door, imitating the little girl's voice. When grandmother opened the door, the wolf quickly gobbled her up, put on her nightgown and cap, and climbed into her bed. Soon Little Red Riding Hood arrived and found the door open. "Grandmother," she called out. "Come in, dear," came a gruff voice trying to sound sweet. As she approached the bed, she noticed something odd. "Grandmother, what big ears you have," she exclaimed. "The better to hear you with," replied the wolf. "What big eyes you have." "The better to see you with." "What big teeth you have." "The better to eat you with." Just as the wolf lunged forward, a woodcutter who had been working nearby heard the commotion. He burst through the door with his axe, scared the wolf away, and quickly found grandmother hiding in the closet where she had managed to escape. Little Red Riding Hood learned valuable lessons that day about listening to her mother and not talking to strangers. From then on, she always stayed on the path and went straight to her destination. Grandmother recovered quickly, thanks to the soup and bread, and the three of them, Little Red Riding Hood, her grandmother, and the brave woodcutter, shared many happy afternoons together, safe and sound in grandmother's cottage. And they all lived happily ever after, though they say the wolf was never seen in those woods again, having learned his own lesson about messing with little girls in Red Riding Hoods.